All right, all right. Welcome to the Calvin Dean Show. This is week 18. Yeah. Love it. I love it, guys. I love it. Man, week 17. How about that? We're going to get into that. I'm definitely going to touch on the Dallas-Detroit game. I am definitely going to touch on that. A lot of people are going to be going, huh? Really? Anyway, I just wanted to touch base with everyone. Today, I was listening to NFL radio, right? And Greg Roman was on. Greg Roman, he's a coach. He previously served as offensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens, and he coached Lamar Jackson, right? And he's just awesome. I mean, his own words, leaving Lamar, I mean, he was devastated. He thought Lamar was one of the best out there. And but I was listening to him today, and they started talking about Justin Fields. Yes, Justin Fields, the quarterback of the Chicago Bears. And he was saying that he said something in the sense that he was trying to be politically correct because obviously he's looking for a coaching job, head coaching job, right? So I don't know. I just don't. When people don't actually come out and actually say the truth about something, I have a problem with that. And I really do. And this is my problem, guys. Justin Fields, they're like, he was like, well, I think they got something going there. That he says, yeah, I think there's something special that they're building. They're building something special. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Here's the special. I'm gonna go over special. What he thinks is special. Okay. Okay. 2021. Mr. Fields entered the Chicago Bears. Yeah, he was number one draft. Yeah, and he was in the first round. Excuse me. And he played 12 games, started 10 of them. Okay. He had a passer rating of 73.2. All right. Here we go. No, hold on. Threw for 7 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. Ran for 2 touchdowns and 12 fumbles. That's your number one. All right. Okay, that's his rookie season. Didn't start every game. So 22 comes around. And I'm trying to point this out to Greg Roman. Man, dude, I mean, I know you're buying for a job as a head coach. But, man, come on, man. Just let's tell it like it is. I mean, I'd have extreme, kudos to you. Just hearing you tell the truth. Because I'm telling the truth right now. Year two, 2022. All right. He, meaning Justin Fields, threw for 2,242 yards. All right. 17 touchdowns this time. And 11 interceptions. So he got one more interception, but 10 more touchdowns than the season before. But he did have 1,100 yards rushing. Wow. That's pretty impressive. 7.1 yard rush. That was huge. But, okay, that's great. All right. But he had 8 touchdowns rushing. 8 touchdowns. But ready? He had 16 fumbles. So anyway, 16 fumbles. And this year, It's not pretty either, guys. This year's stats is just not pretty. It's not pretty. Uh, Games played 12. All right. Well, he's been hurt, right? Hasn't finished 2,400 yards this time. Yeah, 16 touchdowns, one less than last year. Two less interceptions, 9 interceptions. Only run the ball at 630 yards. His average per run is down. 4 touchdowns running. The year before 8, but he had 10 fumbles this year. So total fumbles in 3 years. Total fumbles. Ready? 38 fumbles. Rushing. And only 14 touchdowns. Now think about it. I mean, that's not that good. Do you see that as promising? Does anyone? I don't see that as promising whatsoever. He's not consistent. The record this year, I mean, the record, guys, of this guys, come on, man. The record of the Bears is 7-9. A little bit better record this year. But but you have to look at the record of the history. I mean, he came in. There 6-11. Then last year 3-14, and this year 7-9. I don't see, and I see the stats, and I don't see it promising. So why wouldn't you go out and get Caleb Williams from USC? Trade Fields, trade him down. Maybe some other team would think that he would be good on their team. The Falcons would be one. That would be a good team for him. Falcons or maybe the Minnesota Vikings. I would still keep Kirk Cousins. Maybe the Patriots. That would be an interesting. Patriots would be a good fit for him. Maybe, they could rein in on his ability. Maybe the Denver Broncos even. That would be pretty cool. Maybe even the New York Football Giants, right? Commanders. So I mean, all those teams would be suitors for Justin Fields. I think some people think he might be good if they put people around him. But the Chicago Bears aren't going anywhere, guys. It just aren't. It's just, and Justin Fields is not the answer. It just isn't. Caleb Williams, I mean, you could get Caleb Williams, trade Justin Fields for some great draft choices, and you could really have a great team. Knowing that you're going to get a quarterback much better than Justin Fields, and a quarterback that could take you to the promised land. I mean, and get a few players for Justin Fields, I mean, I'm sure, I'm sure the New England Patriots would give up some people, and I'm sure the Atlanta Falcons would really go to bat, right? And I'm sure that maybe even the Denver Broncos or maybe even the New York Giants, Commanders. There you go, guys. Getting back to Greg Roman, dude, come on, man. Really? That's it. That's it on that subject. It just got to me. Boom. All right. Now let's just talk about the Dallas Cowboy Detroit Lion game. It makes you just wonder and say, because if you look at my photo from YouTube, and you can see that I am wearing a referee hat. So when I have the mic pinned to my shirt, so obviously I do know something. And that picture was taken in San Diego with San Diego Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers game. Anyway, man, That whole thing. I mean, 68 went up to the ref, and Jared Goff told him to do it. His coach told him to do it to report. He did report. It shows on camera that he reported. So to call what they called is such a big blunder, guys. It's a big blunder. Oh. I mean, it's such a blunder. Big, huge blunder. A brain fart. But was it? Makes you wonder. Yeah, it just makes you wonder. I would have an investigation on this matter. The NFL. I would have an investigation because it was such a big game. Johnson being honored and all this stuff in Dallas, and Dallas, it's their night, and for them to lose, and the betting public, and guys, not a good thing. Not a good thing. No. I mean, just makes you wonder. I don't know. I just, being, in the seats of a referee, to be wearing the hat on the field and making calls, there's no way. I've never seen that ever happen. Never. I've never seen that happen. And you wonder what's going on there. I'm not going to point out, do any type of conspiracy theory, because I don't have any proof. Excuse me. I don't have any proof of that. So, but it just makes you wonder, and if there's not an investigation, business, bank accounts, all that good stuff, I would definitely investigate it that diligently, because there's something there, guys. I just smell it. I smell there's something there. That's just too big of a mistake. Prime time. It just didn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I'm still scratching my head over it. That's for sure. Now, mind you, Week 18, I'll give you the teams that are eliminated from Week 18. Week 18, these are all the teams that are eliminated from making the playoffs, okay? The New England Patriots, the New York Jets, Tennessee Titans, LA Chargers, Las Vegas Raiders, Cincinnati Bengals, Denver Broncos. Those are the teams that cannot make the playoffs. They just can't. And, the teams, what 4 teams are in the playoffs, well, of course, everyone knows who's in the playoffs. I'm sure everyone knows now who is in the playoffs. So I'll go over those teams. And let's do the standings. And the Miami Dolphins are definitely in the playoffs, along with the Buffalo Bills. Now, the Buffalo Bills are playing the Miami Dolphins. No, not as long. Now, Buffalo needs to win, and they'll be in. That is one thing that they need to do. The Buffalo Bills need to win to be in. You got that? I'm just do a playoff picture here. Okay, there are 5 teams on the AFC side, 5 teams that are in the playoffs. The Ravens are the number 1 seed. Number 2 seed is the Miami Dolphins. They're in. Number 3 seed is the Kansas City Chiefs, and the number 5 seed is the Cleveland Browns. They won the number 5 seed. Now, the reason why they're 5th seed is because the Jaguars, if they win, they will win the AFC South division, and they're in. The Bills win, they're in number 6th, and the Colts are 7th. Now, the only way the Steelers or the Texans, if the Steelers win and the Colts lose and the Texans lose, then the Steelers will be number 7. Okay? Now, even if the Bills lost, they would be 10-7. They will still. The Colts win, they're 10-7. The Texans win, Steelers win 10-7. So the Bills really have to win. They're 10-6 right now. And the Colts, like I said, 9-7, Texans 9-7, and Steelers 9-7. So you see how that works. So definitely, the Jags, they win. They're there. They win the division. So that's important. It's very important. On the NFC side, it's a little bit different. NFC side, wild that there's only really 4 teams that are in. Yeah, the NFC is completely different. The NFC, there's already 6 teams that are in it. There's, of course, the 49ers are number 1. The Cowboys, number 2. The Lions, number 3. Eagles are 5th. The Rams are 6th. The Buccaneers, if they win, they're in. That's it. The Rams are already in. The Packers, if they beat Chicago, doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. The Rams can't get eliminated. They'd be 9-8, but the Rams would still be the 6th seed. Now the Packers could be the 7th seed. If they win. Excuse me, the Packers could be the 7th seed if they win. There you go. Now, the Seahawks, if the Packers lose, the Seahawks win, then the Seahawks would, but then the Saints would have to win and beat the Falcons. It's so amazing. There's really... the Bucks' destiny. They're playing against the Carolina Panthers. Hello. The Bucks play. They're in. They win the division. And then the next team that could, take 7th, the Packers are ahead in that race. If they win, then they're in. I believe that the Seattle Seahawks, if they win, it would be like if Packers lose, Seahawks win, Saints lose, and then the Seahawks will be in. So it's just, you just have to stay on top of it. It's kind of a cool thing. It goes all the way to the 18th, and 18th, week of the season, and it's just so exciting, so exciting. The same with AFC. The AFC is even kind of cooler too. They only have 5 teams that are actually 4 teams that are really in. So it's kind of cool. Anyway, it's week 18. And the teams that have to win, right? It's just, you look. I'd rather went over that. It's pretty easy, right? And the Steelers, they win. It's not.
The school play was really coming together.
Excuse me. Man, the technical difficulties of this show. Yeah, man. Sorry. The Steelers are playing the Ravens. The Ravens are sitting down almost everyone. The Ravens, guys. Oh my God, it got even better. They're a running team. Guess who they pick up? Dalvin Cook. Wow. I mean, come on. Dalvin Cook is now a Raven. Oh, my God. They're even better. They're even better. I just don't understand why the Jets didn't use Dalvin Cook, because he's such a force. And you're going to see screens going to Dalvin Cook, and oh my, and those big tackles and guards on the Baltimore Ravens, those blocking. Oh my God, they're going to open up so many big holes, and he's going to make the Jets management and coach look stupid. I guarantee you that. Dalvin Cook will make Solace stupid. Mark my word, he will. So you have the Steelers going in. They need to win. They're up. Other things have to happen for them to get in. But they need to win. They need to beat the Ravens. They're going against the Ravens, JV, second, third stringers, that's who they're playing. And you're going to see the depth of the Ravens. And the Ravens aren't going to play, their big stars. They're just not. They shouldn't. They need to have them rest. And it's a tough game. It's in Baltimore. The Steelers, the Steelers should win this game, guys. Give it up to the Steelers. There you go. The next game it's a tough game. It's a tough game. It's the Texans and the Colts. One of them have to win. I mean, they need to win and have other things happen for them to get in. So, the destiny is just to win the game. You can't listen, or you can listen, but you can't. You just have to go in and play. You can't really listen to the noise. It's very important to win. I mean, this is a very even game. The offense for the Texans is 10th. The offense for the Colts is 15th. The defense of the Texans is 14th. The defense of the Colts is 24th. The passing on the Texans is 7th. The passing of the Colts, Gardner Minshew, 20th. But the Colts are a better running team. They're 13th, and to the Texans 22nd. That's my dog. She's 17 years old, so I have to bring her to the studio. So God, I just love Gracie to death. Love her to death. That's so cute. She's so cute. Anyway. The Colts, they're at home. The Texans, they're so young. I think Gardner Minshew, they play good at home. They just do. I'm going to give this one up. They didn't play that well last week. The Texans, I see J. Stroud's so good too. I love that kid. I just think the Colts have too much going for them. I just do. It's the last game. They're playing at home. I'm giving this edge to the Colts over the Texans. All right, the next game we have the Buccaneers and Panthers. The Bucs got to win. When they're in, and then they go into number 4th seat because they win their division. And it's just, man, this is good. This is fun. This is fun. This is really a lot of fun. And I just, just the playoff picture is almost there for these guys, and everything is so important. Like I said, the Buccaneers win, they're in, and they're number 4 team. And they would need number 4 and 9 and 8. Wow. Huh. Because they won the division. That's why. So it's kind of weird, huh? So number 4 would they be playing the Lions, and the Cowboys would be playing the Eagles. Or no, the Cowboys would be playing the 7th. Yeah, So this is how it goes. It's the second play. This is how it goes for the wild card weekend. The Cowboys were second. They'd be playing the seventh ranked team, whoever gets in, which would be either the Packers, the Seahawks, Saints, and then the third place, which would be the Lions. The Lions would be playing the sixth rank, so they're going to be playing the Rams. Wow, what a game, right? And then the fourth place team, which would be the Tampa Bay Bucks, will be playing the Eagles. There you go. So that's kind of cool. So these games matter, what I mean? They just matter. And if you guys don't think they matter, I mean, these teams, this is what they play for. They get into the playoffs and possibly go to the Super Bowl. Any given Sunday, man. Any given Sunday, that's for sure. So the Buccaneers over the Panthers, and the Bucs are in. I'm giving this one up to the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield. Boom. Into the playoffs. The next one, we have the Cleveland Browns and the Bengals. The Bengals are just playing. They're not playing. They're eliminated from the playoffs. The Browns have made it. They can't really do much of anything. The Browns, they really can't. You get what I mean? And so it's like, because they're already in the playoffs, they're the number 5 seed, no matter what they do. So they're going to be sitting Flacco. They're going to be sitting all the defense, giving them a rest. And because they can have like a whole week off, which is great, which they need, and it's good. It's a smart move. It's definitely a smart move. Definitely a smart move. So you just got to get to the game. Doesn't matter if they win or lose; they still are that number seed. But I'm going to give this one up to the Bengals over the Browns because they're playing a JV. And even the JV Browns will give the Bengals a hard time, but still, I think the Bengals will end up winning this game. Give it up to the Cincinnati Bengals. The next game, the Lions and the Vikings. The Vikings, I don't know. There's got to be a Hail Mary, full of grace type of thing. But then, the Lions have made it, man. They're made it. They're there. So you can't really. I mean, they're the best, one of the best teams in the leagues. One of the best teams in the league. So it's just, you just can't. You have to just be humble and fight hard for the Lions. I mean, you are definitely. A force to be reckoned with. You're the number 3 seed, and you'll be playing the Buccaneers because the Bucs are going to beat Carolina. Wow, that's pretty cool. Oh no, excuse me. I apologize. The Lions are playing the Rams. Period. End of story. Wow, and it's tough, isn't it, guys? It's tough. It's tough to really know what's going on with these teams because there's so many different scenarios, and but the Lions, they don't really need to play their best in this game. They're at home. They are playing the Vikings. The Vikings are going to go all out. They're going to play every and the Vikings seem to have they seem to have that aura about them. They just laid an egg against the Green Bay Packers, but they are playing the JV squad of the Lions. So when you're playing a JV squad, I mean, they're still a good team. The Lions, the Vikings. I don't know how they're going to protect that rush of the Vikings number 1 squad. So I'm definitely going to give this up to the Minnesota Vikings over the Detroit Lions. Give it up to the Minnesota Vikings. The next game is sort of a grudge match. This is the last game of Bill Belichick's career at New England. He's looking really old lately. I think this year has really aged Bill, and I think it's time. I think it's time for Bill to definitely move forward. And I think I think he's going to go out winning. I think the Patriots are going to beat the New York Jets. Solace, you're a fool not starting Dalvin Cook. So give it up to the New England Patriots. The next game we have the Falcons and the Saints. The Falcons and the Saints. And it's a must win for the Saints, and all the other things. I think it's definitely the Saints are going to beat the Atlanta Falcons in New Orleans, giving up to the New Orleans Saints. The next game we have the Jaguars. The Jaguars need to win, and they're in. Win their division. So I think it's a pretty easy task. They don't know if Trevor Lawrence is going to be there, but I mean, look what they did to Carolina last week. They look pretty good. Seems like when their team, those guys are up against the wall, the Jaguars, they seem to really, I don't know what, but they seem to really push forward. I'm going to give this one up to the Jacksonville Jags, and then they will win their division. Next game's tricky. Next game, I mean, look at the Cardinals, how they played against the Philadelphia Eagles. Played pretty well on the road, mind you. And now they're at home playing the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks, I don't know. Something's up. They just weren't the Seattle Seahawks of last year. I know Geno was hurt for a little bit. Drew Lock came in. He played well, played really well, very well. And this is such a tough game. The Seahawks really have to win, and it's got other things going on too. But they need to win. The Cardinals have a better running game. Believe it or not, they do. They're at home. I think the Cardinals are just going to, they're going to say F you. I think they're going to win. Cardinals are going to beat the Seahawks at home. Give it up to the Arizona Cardinals to have another upset as my upset special. The next game we have the Green Bay Packers playing the Chicago Bears. There's a lot of things that have to happen with this Packers. If they win, will they be in? All that stuff. You just have to look at how all the other teams are doing, and they're playing the Chicago Bears. I already was a terror against Justin Fields. Terrible, right? And bagging on Greg Roman. Watch Justin Fields just have a great game. I hope he does prove me wrong. I really do. I always say that. If I bag on someone, I always say, I hope they prove me wrong. I really do. And I'm glad Baker Mayfield, I think he's a comeback player of the year. And I used to bag on him. So there you go. So you have the Bears and the Packers. The way the Packers played last week against the Minnesota Vikings, they need to win in this game. I'm giving this one up to the Packers over the Packers over the Bears in Green Bay. There you go. The next game we have the Chiefs and the Chargers. Chiefs are playing their JV. The Chargers are JV. Their Chargers are terrible. But they're playing at home, SoFi Stadium. no Mahomes, no Kelsey, no Pacheco, no, like I said, JV. It's JV squad. So, it'll be interesting. Chiefs are still a good team. Chargers are still a bad team. So I think the Chiefs might just pull this one out and beat the Chargers first string. Give it up to the Chiefs. The next game we have the Raiders playing the Broncos. I'm sorry, Denver, and you're just. I think Peyton should be retiring along with Russell Wilson. So I'm giving this one up to the Las Vegas Raiders at home. Last game of the season, they'll end up 8-9. And give it up to the Las Vegas Raiders. All right. We have we got 4 more games. I'm doing really quick. You have the Eagles and going into the Giants. The Eagles are in, so why would you not sit your people? And I think the Giants are definitely going to take this game. But the thing of it is also they're playing for the division crown, right? It's just, man. It's just let me see. I think it doesn't really matter. They're still in. The Dallas Cowboys are 2, and then the Eagles are second place. It's still the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys will always be number 2. They're playing the Washington Commanders, so the Cowboys. They'll probably play maybe their first stringers in the first half, but I don't think so because they're number 2, the second seed in the NFC. You can't take them down from that. So, I'm definitely. It's definitely this is a tough game, man. This is a really tough game. But I'm definitely going to give this to the New York Giants over the Philadelphia Eagles. I think the Phillies still going to sit people. And then the Niners, definitely, they're all sitting out. And they're playing the LA Rams, and LA Rams, they're sitting their players too. So, it's like the JV Rams against the San Francisco 49ers. I think the Niners are going to beat them. Give it up to the San Francisco 49ers. The next game, we have the Cowboys and Commanders. Commanders usually have the Cowboys, they have them. I don't think the Cowboys, why would they play them? They're number 2 seed. So, Commanders will probably win this game. Give it up to the Commanders over the Cowboys. Last game of the Mozart is hurt. It's the Bills against the Dolphins in Miami. Tua's been banged up. Mozart is hurt. They lost Chubb for the year with a torn ACL. Waddle's out. Tyreek Hill's hurt. His high ankle frame, still has it. Why would they play anyone? I don't know. I just don't. I wouldn't understand if they play people. I just wouldn't. I don't know, guys. If you think about it, because the Miami Dolphins are in second seed. The Bills. They're fighting in the hunt to be the 6th seed. So, the Jags are going to win. They're going to be the 4th seed, and the Bills are going to beat the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins are already in. They're going to sit people. Seriously, guys. So, and give this the last game up to the Buffalo Bills on Sunday Night Football. Guys, it's been fun. And see you guys next week. All right. Peace, love, and all that crap.